What's going on, guys? My name is Plays, and welcome to a video with my opinion. Now, calm the fuck down, but I feel like you guys will agree with this opinion. Now, this is an opinion that was brought to me by a channel called Alternate History Hub. It's a great channel. I started enjoying their content, and I should probably subscribe. There we go. And Alternate Knowledge Hub, subscribe to that too. And it's a good channel, but they made a video called How the American Media Fuels a Cycle of Violence. And by violence, they aren't just talking about, domestic abuse or just any type of violence. They're talking about violence such as the Virginia Tech massacres or the Columbine massacre back in 1999. And it's basically where there's a lone gunman or a small number of gunmen whose sole intent is to kill themselves, but they want to take as many lives as they can in the process. Now, if you look at this, we have a little thing where it's U.S. mass shootings from 1982 to 2018 so far, and it has the Santa Fe High School shooting, Waffle House shooting, everything, and it's the numbers vary. I mean, look at the Las Vegas Strip massacres. 546 injured and 58 dead, and that's an insane number. It's absolutely insane. And if we look back to what seemed to not start at all, but that goes down in history as being one of the early school shootings, is the Columbine High School massacre in Colorado. It occurred on 4/20/1999, and 13 people died and 24 people were injured before they died, took their own lives. And if you look at this chart, ignore the chart for now, but basically their idea is that the more, every single time the American media reports about a school shooting, they do it to try and make their advertising space more valuable, to try and make more money. And if you look at this, it says how the American yeah, of course. Now, recently there was a Texas school shooting. I'm not gonna try and be lighthearted about I don't know what the fuck the term is. I'm not going to try and be ignorant about this because this was a horrible event and it's going to stay that way. But the fact is, he's saying that, but when people see something like a school shooting or something, it will inspire copycats. Perhaps somebody of questionable mental status, or just somebody who just wants to do harm. Now, if you look at this, this is a report that got number 23 on trending on YouTube. It was the Texas school shooting suspect identified, and they made this video to try and make their ad space more valuable, like I said before. Now, this has 1.7 million views. 1.7 million people. Now, I don't think you can. It's difficult to wrap your mind around how much people 1.7 million people are. But if you really think that out of all of those 1.7 million, there's not one person with a questionable mental status or someone who's been considering this for a long time or who doesn't get any attention for something, and they are so desperate for attention that they're willing to take their own life and kill those around them just to get their 6 minutes of fame on this. And then it's sad because it's the people. What am I trying to say? It's just this is a never-ending cycle where people see something, they get inspired to do something horrible, like shoot up their school or something, and then by doing this, this will go on to the news and they will get the attention they wanted, and then other people who wanted attention or just wanted to be a copycat will see this and they'll do the same thing, and by this logic the number of it will steadily increase. Now, if you look at the U.S. Mass shootings in this chart, I made a chart about it. And if you look at it, this is in 1999 it was a little outlier, but if you look at it, you can see it's an increase. It went, and for 2018, I put it at 12 because there have been 5 school shootings this month so far, and not this month, this year, 1 per month. So if this goes on, there will be 12 shootings by the end of the year. Now, but it's even if you even if you don't count that, this is an insane. This is clear that it's steadily going up, and it's proving this man's point, the alternate history of his point. And in 2017, there was 11 shootings, mass shootings, and that's just sad. It's horrible. Now, I'm not saying that it's bad for the media to inform the public about stuff like this. I'm not saying that it's bad at all. I'm just saying they need to start doing it in a different way, because this is obviously inspiring some kind of copycats, or there's some kind of factor that's causing this to increase. And I do believe that the media has something to play in that is a large factor in that equation. And I feel things need to change, because media is a business, and they are in it to make as much money as possible. And by doing all of this, by reporting on stuff like this, it's shocking. Now let me show you YouTube News. So not YouTube News, Google News, to show you about how the shocking stuff works. So if we go to news, you see, look at this. Google accidentally reveals something. That's boring. And then this is shocking right here. Google stands to lose up to $4.3 billion in UK privacy suit. Right here. This right here, or Google's a monopoly. These are shocking stuff that you want to learn more of. And by clicking this, there's ads. There's ads all over the place. There's an ad in my bottom right. I have ad block on right now, but there's ads, and they get paid for so they get paid for it no matter what. And the content of the article doesn't matter. It's simply just them trying to get you to click on it so that they can show the ad and then get paid. It's horrible. And it's just it's a long-standing cycle that I don't think it's going to end anytime soon unless some serious changes happen with the media. I don't know what the changes are. I'm not a very intelligent person. I like to think. I think that I'm not the most intelligent person. So I don't think I can find a solution, but somebody has to. Because what's happening right now is not working. Okay, the number of school shootings is increasing, and we need to do something to try and make them start to decrease instead of go up. So, thank you guys for listening to me rant for a few minutes. I think that I'm going to leave this episode here. If you guys agree with me, hit that like button. If you disagree with me, don't hit the dislike button. Leave a comment or something like that. And then we can have some kind of debate. But as usual, I will see you guys in the next video. See ya!